My name is Sulayman Bah. I am working at Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, Banjul, the Gambia. I work at the Oxfam Gynec department. I was lucky to be part of the delegate that we are sent to India for Merck Foundation training on oncology nursing. When it comes to oncology in my country, having specialists, it's a bit challenging for the fact that most especially in the rural area, there are few that have been trained on oncology. And then I was lucky to work in the rural area before coming to India for Merck Foundation. So I believe with a lot of specialists that have been trained, sent to the rural area actually will help a lot. As I'm speaking right now, we have few, let's say 1 to 2,000 per patient. So there are patients who are actually not having access to specialists when it comes to oncology. Many a times, people that are affected when it comes to cancer, it's like they find it difficult for early diagnosis and then to access even a specialist for the fact that there is limited or even no specialist in certain areas. So most of the time they have been referred to the main hospital, Banjul, Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, which sometimes is kind of late before it is actually been diagnosed. This is simply because people don't go to the hospital on time, or they don't go to a hospital to make a checkup when they have any abnormality in their system. They only go to the hospital when things are very complicated many times. So this makes it a bit challenging for even the little specialists we have in our country to take care of those patients. And then again, having the specialists is one thing, but then the materials as well to take care of them is another thing. We have few doctors who have been trained on oncology, but then we have gynecologists who are actually being trained on preventive aspect of cancer, like the pap smear and the early diagnosis. So those ones actually, when it comes to women, it's not a big problem in my country. The only issue is people don't go to the hospital on time to get to get them diagnosed in the early stage. Many times the kind of cancers that we come across with as far as I work in the Oxfam Gynec is the cervical cancer and then the breast cancer. Then you also have stomach cancers. Okay, then you also have inguinal BPH. We do have those ones, although I hardly care for those ones. But then breast and then cervical cancer are the major cancers that we actually encountered in our department as far as Oxfam Gynec is concerned. Well, the two things that may be critical in caring of cancer in my country is human resources. One, having specialists to treat cancer cases. Like, let's say when it comes to neurology, we have very few people who specialize in neurology, and then cervical cancer as well. And then materials is another challenge, because many a times we don't have the materials to do the early diagnosis of cancer. Or in fact, sometimes you have the materials, but then people lately come for checkup, and then when actually the cancer has already metastasized in their bodies. When I came, it's like what I read in class and then what I have read in books, it's kind of different from what I have seen on ground. Because you see in it that life, I've seen almost all type of cancers. All type of cancers that were being read in books, I have seen them, and then the way they are managed, I have seen them. So basically, coming to India has a pivotal role in my capacity building when it comes to cancer. And again, for caring of my patients, it's like I have acquired knowledge that I never thought of. I would definitely get it in terms of caring for patients, and then even to ensure that cancer prevention is actually strengthened in my country. Although we have programs that are existing when it comes to prevention of cancer and then cancer-related issues like tobacco. So you realize I have learned a lot how to do more preventive aspect than get into a curative aspect, which is very important in my country. because we are living in a country where cancer is not a major problem per se, but then having the preventive aspect is important before we get to that curative side. Actually, my expectation was to be well skillful, to be well knowledgeable when it comes to cancer, and cancer management. And then I have to say I am grateful that I am well equipped, or at least I am equipped with, most especially in the preventive aspect of cancer. This has enlightened me a lot. It has shown me a lot. It has given me a lot of awareness when it comes to cancer management. We will leave no stone unturned in terms of enlightening my people when it comes to cancer management and cancer prevention. Well, I will definitely love to see every Gambian health personnel to be trained when it comes to cancer management, because looking at our lifestyles, the eating of foods and then our sanitary lifestyle, all those things are predisposing factor to cancer. So having people come over, read about cancer, learn about cancer will definitely help the general population in terms of prevention and in terms of management. Yeah, I will first of all give a very big thank you to the First Lady of the Gambia for having trust in us, most especially on my behalf, for selecting me to come to India in another continent to read about cancer, to learn about cancer. Is definitely a big thank you, Ma. And then I will definitely thank Merck Foundation for the fact that having been here, it's a challenge. But then Merck Foundation makes it easier for us, getting us a secured house, a secure residence, a well, lit in, and then a comfortable environment, giving us enough food that we ever needed. It's a big thank you. Again, having to give us something at the end of the month, so you go home with or you do your other things, is definitely laudable. We will definitely say a very big thank you to Merck Foundation.